Great. This video is for people who are seriously still asking, like, are people racist in Asia, or is it racist in Asia, basically? And the short answer is hell yeah. Like, there's racism all around the world. Like, there's prejudice, even in Africa, there's racism. So, the real question is racism going to stop you from being able to earn a living out here in Asia? And my answer is a resounding no. I've worked in Vietnam for 6 months, 3 different companies, and I've worked in Taiwan for how many companies? 2 companies, and been hired at other ones as well and offered jobs plenty of times, like in lots of private tutoring kind of stuff. And yeah, like, man, it's crazy that in 2019 we're still talking about this. But when I first started my journey here back in 2016, or even before then, when I first thought about the idea of coming and teaching in Asia, I was like, I wonder if I'm going to be able to get a job, because like apparently like light skinned white people and stuff like that are just seen as like, oh, this is the gold standard, and this sells seats in the classrooms and stuff like that. It's a marketing point for the schools. But like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've been doing just fine out here. I've got more hours than some of my Caucasian friends, and a lot of respect from the school and the admin and even the parents. Like, they sit in the back of my classroom sometimes. Like, I mean, they sit in other people's classes too, but they sit in the back of my classroom and they're just like telling the directors of these schools, like, I love that guy. Like that guy is amazing. He's fun. He's engaging. Like, they're trying to sit on their cell phone and play Candy Crush, and they're just like, this guy's more interesting. And I'm like, it's nice. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I got a little off track, but basically, there's racism everywhere. If you aren't coming to Asia because you think you're not going to be able to get a job, or people are going to say stuff to you on the street or look at you funny or something like that, you're tripping, because there's racism in the United States. And I wouldn't tell anyone of color, oh, don't go to the United States, don't travel there. Like, the United States is a beautiful, amazing place. Yeah, there is racism, but like, it's, how do I say? It doesn't happen to everyone. It's not like it happens every day. And it's a lot more violent over there when it does happen, but I digress. Like, there's racism everywhere, but if you have the right attitude, it's not going to affect you at all. If you have the attitude of like expecting racism, then yes, you're definitely going to find it. Whatever you seek, you will find, basically. And with me, sometimes like I get like comments from like little students. Like the other day, this little girl said to one of the assistants at the school, like in Chinese, she's just like, "Why is his skin so dark?" And the assistant goes to ask me. He says, "Hey, this little girl wants to know why your skin's so dark." And I just like smile, and I just like tell her I ate too much chocolate as a kid. And he tells her this, and she's just like, "What?" And I'm just like, it's funny to me, because it's like I probably just blew this little girl's mind, and it's innocent. Like, she has no idea. Like, I'm like, I'm not gonna get into the science with you, like why melanin exists and stuff like that. Like, I barely know. So I don't know. I use it as an opportunity to have fun, and expose these kids to like something different. She's never seen a black guy in her life. This one kid asked me, "Teacher, where are you from?" I'm like, "Guess." And he says, "United States." And I'm like, "No, I'm not from the United States. Like, I'm from Taiwan." And he goes, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm from Taiwan. I'm Taiwanese." He's like, He thinks about it for a second. I see him processing. He's like, "You spent a lot of time at the beach, huh?" And I'm like, that is funny. Touche. Like, I just like crack up. They're innocent. It's not like, if you take it personally, then yeah, you're going to be affected by it. And sometimes it's not so innocent. Like, I've had a kid who in Vietnam blatantly said, like, look at his skin, he's a monster, blah, 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 because I sent his friend out into the hallway for acting up or whatever. And he just was pissed off and he lashed out and just started just these racial slurs. And I know that the thing is, like, these racial slurs don't come from him necessarily. It comes from his, like, upbringing. He's only 8 years old, 9 years old. It comes from his parents, like, and their beliefs. So, and the way that they have raised their children. Like, I would never, I guess because I grew up in a more multicultural area, but I would never look at someone who has maybe birthmarks or freckles or red hair or just looks different than myself or what I'm used to and call them a monster. Like, that's not only just rude, but it's hurtful, uh, and it has no place anywhere. So, anyways, this is a long rant, but yeah, there's racism everywhere, but you're still gonna find a job. Be good at your job, and you're gonna get more work than even Caucasian people. And I can say that because I don't know how many Caucasian people are going to watch this video. You're gonna be fine though.